Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Welcome to all hadith disciples and YouTubers upon the sunnah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Bismillah, alhamdulillah, wa salatu wa salam wa rasulillahi, amma ba'd. We're here about to embark on a journey. We ask Allah Azza wa Jalla to bless us in this journey. And what we want to mention in this episode briefly, keep things quick, keep things short, is first and foremost is the concept of appreciation in the religion. Appreciating and thanking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for the favors that you have. Now, we've spoken on many episodes, many lectures, many talks about the concept of shukr, thanking Allah the Mighty and the Majestic. Allah tells us in the Quran al-Kareem, وَقَلِيلٌ مِّنْ عِبَادِيَ الشَّكُورِ. He says, only a few of my slaves are thankful to me. Just a few. Many people, they claim it, many people, they say it, but only a few are actually thankful. Now, we don't want to spend too much time on that. The concept that we want to get to right now is when you travel, you realize the blessings that Allah has given you and the things that He has bestowed upon you. And this should, and it has to, increase you in thankfulness. The Prophet ﷺ, he tells us in the authentic traditions collected by Imam Muslim, narrated by Ibn Umar and Abu Hurairah and others, that says, إن الإسلام بدأ غريبا وسيعود غريبا فطوبى للغرباء. He says that Islam began as something strange and it will return to being something strange. So have glad tidings to those who are ghuraba, strangers. So when you travel, you realize and you see how many things of Islam become strange. And it's very unfortunate, but you find that many things from the authentic sunnah of the Prophet ﷺ become innovations to people. You do something that's from the authentic hadith in Bukhari and Muslim and others, and because of widespread ignorance and because of the lack of efforts by some learned people, they look at you as if you're doing something which is wrong. So what's something that's normal and basic to you may be something that some Muslims have never even heard of in their lives, period. They've never even heard or seen or thought of what you practice on a daily basis. So this is a very profound benefit that a person gets from traveling, because when you stay home, you may become complacent and stagnant, and quite frankly, you become spoiled. Especially if you live in a place like Medina, the Prophet ﷺ said, you become spoiled. You hear the adhan, you see the Muslims, so on and so forth. But when you travel, when you leave your home, when you interact with other Muslims, you see non-Muslims, you see different things, you realize the meaning of that hadith. Islam will return as something strange. And there are levels of Islam, there are levels of knowledge, there are levels of practice of the religion. So you may go to a place and something is second nature to you, and you do on a daily basis, like praying in the masjid, praying on time, praying in congregation, praying. And some Muslims or some people who call themselves Muslims don't even pray. And this is something that you can see sometimes, but you really can't appreciate it and regard it and value it until you leave your home. So the Prophet ﷺ, he says, Toobaa. He says, glad tidings to the ghuraba. And some of the people of knowledge say, as it's mentioned in some narrations, that this word Toobaa is a tree in paradise. It's very large, very expansive tree that will provide a great deal of shade and enjoyment and bliss for the believers. May Allah allow us to go to paradise. Ameen. Another ulama, they say, if it does mean that, it also means glad tidings in the worldly life. Okay, regardless of this interpretation or that interpretation. The point is that a Muslim, when he travels, the things that he has to do when he's home, he should do when he travels even more, such as make sure he presents himself in a good presentation, a good appearance, make your prayers, give the salam, smile on your brother's face, enjoin the good if you can, forbid the evil if you can, remind those who are forgetful if you can, teach the ignorant if you have the ability to do so. Because when you travel, you see the need of people, and the greatest thing that people need when you travel are two things. The first is beneficial knowledge that is simple, clear, and easy, taken directly from the Quran and Sunnah. And the second thing that most people need when you travel, they need tadhkir. They need a reminder, because people forget, people become heedless, the worldly life, sins, the dunya, so on and so forth. So some people are good Muslims, they just don't know, or they are forgetful and they're not in the company of knowledgeable, righteous people. So therefore we ask Allah Azza wa Jalla to make us thankful and to make us of those who truly have this hadith, will have the glad tidings in that tree in paradise. Ameen. Until the next episode of 5 Minutes of Faida. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.